Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to another Sunday, another happy Sunday at the Gentleman's Pizza Club. I'm from the United Kingdom and we are absolutely melting here. We really are. And this is why we haven't done many videos this week at all. It's probably been the lowest output that I've done since this channel started. I apologise for that, but you know what? It is just too damn hot. This is why we basically cut the live streams because of the weather and everything else like this. And the weather's just getting worse. We're turning into a puddle. But before we get on with the news and charts, RS Matrix. In last week's top 10 video, you mentioned that you had a 24-carat Donald Trump coin. Well, I think something is wrong here. I have been ripped off again. This is what I got sent. I got sent a silver one. Look at this. Look at this, President of the United States. And you got Donald Trump fisting the air after he'd just been shot there as well. So this isn't gold. This is silver. What is going on? Why am I being perpetually ripped off? So, this sun is the July heat that we have here at the moment. I'm absolutely, literally melted. I'm literally melted. Yes, I can harp on about my ripped off coins again from AliExpress. I really can. Look, there you go. I can harp on about this. But you know what? You're not here for this. So let's talk about some news and some charts. Today, I have been moving stuff around in this blinding heat. I ordered something and that's a clue to what I've ordered. Do you recognise that part number? Do you recognise that part number? And they said it will take like 15 days to arrive. Well, within 3 days, that arrived. And then I hear the rest of it is actually going to be arriving very shortly, about the middle of next week. So I had to move stuff around in a room to actually get ready for it. So what am I talking about? We are talking about this. I have loved pinball. I've always enjoyed pinball. I used to have a mini pinball that I bought very cheap off eBay, but I've got myself effectively the At Games Jurassic Park pinball, and there's a lot of magical stuff you can do with this. You can play all kinds of tables in it. You can even hook it up to a PC and play virtual pinball or VPX on it. You can play future pinball on it as well. So yeah, very exciting times ahead with that, and I may even do some videos on it as well. You never know. So if you're a pinball fan, keep your eyes open for future content on this channel. In fact, while we got the sun as it heat, keep your eyes open for any content on this channel before I melt away, before we all melt away. So, in other news, this game has come up here, Papillon I believe it's called here. So this was a game that could never be played on the Sega Mega Drive because of the protection that was on the cartridge. There's a lot of backstory with this game and everything else like this, but some people are playing this on the Mr. FPGA. The core isn't available for public release at the moment. I don't have a copy of it, but if you want to see it played on the Mr. FPGA, go and look at Pixel Cherry Ninja. He's got a friend that's actually given him a private core for this, so he's happily shown and say, hey, look at me, I've got this. You can't have it, but you can have it. You can have it. He's not saying you can't have it. He's saying it's unlikely it'll get released, but you can have it. This game is doing the rounds, and there's a special RetroArch core for it as well that basically recreates the protection that's surrounding this game. You know, I'm not for ripping off customer companies or anything else like that. You know, I try and purchase everything I do on this channel with my own money. We're a non-monetized channel. All I ever ask for is your sub. Thank you very much, and I appreciate everybody that has subbed already. But no, this has been a bit of a challenge. This was a Kickstarter campaign, and there was a lot of people that didn't even get theirs, I believe, for this game. So in a case like this where people have been screwed over, if the only way they can play a game that they've legitimately paid for through their own money is through a special version of RetroArch and a dumped copy of the game, you know what? That is absolutely fair game. That really is. So let's do the charts. At number 10, down from number 7 last week, we got URBX Warriors. You notice I've changed the title screen there for this one because it is no longer on Kickstarter as available now on Kickstarter, but I believe you can do a late pledge. This is going to be an awesome game. It really is. I can't wait to be breaking out my Spectrum next to actually be playing the full version of this when it releases. I really can't. And number 9, up from last week's number 10, we've got Guns, Gore and Cannelloni. This has been bubbling around for a little while. It leaves the charts, it comes back in the charts, it leaves the charts, it comes back. Well, it is now on the rise as well, so this is slowly crawling up the charts. There is a sequel to this game that I will have to do a video of at some point, but you know what, it's a little bit too hot at the moment, so maybe when the weather cools down just a little bit I will do it. Let's see who is at number 8. And at number 8, a brand new entry. This is the Rubber Keyed Wonder. Okay, so this is the game with the t-shirt of the DVD of the computer. This is by Microchops. Good little game, fun little game, lovely little game. Go and give it a play. There's a link in the video description of that game where you can go and get this. You know, you can't not enjoy this game. You really can't not enjoy this game. Wonderful graphics, very silky smooth gameplay, and definitely worth spending an hour and a half on. You will have fun. You absolutely will have fun. So, from last week's number 8, up one place, we've got Virtual Striker 4. I played this on the Techno Parrot. Nothing reasonable has come out on the Techno Parrot since this and the Mario Kart GP. So I've not really done any videos on that. In fact, I've done subtle videos at all because we have all been melting. And this room is a southerly facing room where I do these videos. So the sun is permanently shining, permanently heating up this room to melting point, to absolute melting point. But no, this was Virtual Striker 4 here. This is up one. Last week number 8, this week number 7. Where will it be next week? I truly don't know. And then we got Mario Kart Arcade GP. This actually has bounced over Virtual Striker because it was actually lower in the charts before. And this is again on the Techno Parrot, and this is the Triforce version that we have there. You know, great version, absolutely brilliant version. I had a lot of fun playing this. I really did. This has got a Mario Kart Arcade GP 2 as well. We will again do that at some point. Yeah, I'm just absolutely dripping here, and you know, having a dripping man doing a video stream is really not pleasant, so I need to speed up just a little bit. At number 5, this has left the charts and come back in and is getting higher. This is The Walking Dead. So if you like House of the Dead, you will absolutely love this. Go and get this, go and play this on Techno Parrot. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It's basically House of Dead, but Walking Dead style. At number 4, we've got Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. I thought this was dead and buried. You know, I thought The Naked Plumber was on his way out, the only scum VM game we played. But no, he's on his way back up. He was last week number 5, this week number 4. You know, will he get to the top? You know what, I've got a gut feeling no matter what happens over the time we do this charts, eventually he will make it. So, down at last week's number 2 is this week's number 3. Dragon's Lair is dropping out the charts again. Not very much out the charts, just by one space, but he is going down. You know, I'm just looking at the sun in the background here, thinking it's making me feel even hotter than what it already is. In order to do the work that we do here, I've got a green screen behind me, so I've also got lights pumping in on me as well. You know, I just need to get out of this heat. I need to stop talking. So, without further ado, let's see who number 2 is. And there we go, she is Samantha Fox Pin-Up Poker, brand new for 2025, Get Foxy with DF Design, last week number 3, this week number 2, and did you know if you've already got this, go back to itch.io. There is a newer version of this where the AI has been modified and the AI has been changed, so you will get a slightly different game to what you've got already. This is a beautiful, no pun intended, beautiful game that's been done. You know, it really is something stunning. And you know, if this had come out back in the day on the Sinclair Spectrum, there would have been lots of very angry merry white houses, lots of big smiling children, and probably parents thinking, well, okay, if that rocks your boat, that's absolutely fine for you. Alright, let's see who number 1 is. And there she is, Bomber Girl, her 4th week at number 1. So congratulations to Bomber Girl, you have continued to stay at the top of this chart. I really don't get why Rainbow Bomber Girl, the Techno Parrot ones we've done, it is not as popular as this, because it's a more prettier game in some respects. But hey, people love this video. I love you viewing the videos. Thank you for your viewership. This is the Gentleman's Books Club. This is the greatest of Great Britain, where we melt in a boiling hot sun. I will see you soon, and I'll give an absolute commitment that I will do more videos. I will do my best to do more videos, but while we've got the sun burning the world, it is just way too hot. All of you stay cool, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel.